Hey guys, my name is Justin. This is my 2017 Tacoma TRD off-road that we fully built into an expedition rig. I just wanted to give you guys a rig walk around of it so we can talk about every part and piece of this rig. By far is it not complete, but it is July 2024. I've had this truck since 2020, and I just wanted to document how far we've come. So starting with the front of the truck here, we are sporting the CBI Covert Bumper along with a Badlands 9K winch, Agency 6 Fairlead with Agency 6 shackle, and then a 100-foot synthetic line from Vevor. And then we have the Baja Design Foglights down below. I am running the bull bar on this one. It makes it very handy to wrap the winch line around the bull bar instead of running it all the way in every time. You clearly see my shackles gotten quite a bit of use. And then underneath here we have the TRD Pro aluminum skid, trying to save as much weight as possible. That's why we went with the Covert Bumper for its OEM look as well as for weight savings. Okay, so for wheels and tires, we are running SES Stealth 6s in a 16x8. They are wrapped in rolling big power RBP repulsor. Repulsor MTRXs in a 315 75 16. So it does have a flotational size of 35s. But the thing is I am one of the rare Tacomas running a 16-inch rim, which allows me just a lot more sidewall, about an inch more sidewall, so half an inch on the top and bottom. Okay, this shot's a little bit harder, but we're running a Radflow 2.5-inch coilovers with the reservoirs, Dirt King upper control arms, and we currently don't have a sway bar on this truck, and that's how the front suspension is set up, as well as we are running Duro Bump made in the USA bump stops, and then from there we have to do quite a bit of trimming you can see on the front and the rear to get the 35s to fit. By far, the 35 is not fully tuck or articulate. It still does rub, but I am able to do, I would say, 90 or probably 80% of what I needed to do. So going over side armor here, you can clearly see I do have a Trail Tacoma sticker on the side. I'm one of the authors for trailtacoma.com, actually one of the staff editors. On the side here, we are running the CBI long bed sliders in a step configuration. I prefer the step configuration, one, because it makes it easier to stand on the outside of the truck. Two, it blocks the rocks coming off of the wheel from hitting the cab constantly when we're going down the trails. When there's gravel and everything like that, we can hear the rocks banging against the sliders. For armor underneath, we're running the TRD Pro skid, like I said before, in aluminum. We are running the aluminum transmission skid from RCI because it ties perfectly into the OEM TRD Pro skid. And then for the rear section, we are actually running a steel transfer case skid from RCI. The reason behind that is it comes with a steel cross member, which is much stronger than the aluminum one. So going over the hood section of the truck here, again, I'm one of the rare Tacomas that has the OEM TRD Pro snorkel. I am running Baja Design ditch lights with the CBI ditch light bracket, and then one of the bougie items on the truck is going to be the Cybon carbon fiber hood. By no means would I have purchased this hood by myself because of the price point, but I was able to get it as part of a trade, and I run it because it looks super sick. I had to get it refinished and everything like that, but it's worth the effort. I want to note that most of the lights here on the truck are going to be Baja Designs. So the 30-inch Baja Designs light bar on the front, the fog lights are Baja Designs, the ditch lights are Baja Designs, the rear chase lights are Baja Designs. But the only lights that aren't are going to be the camp scene lights on the Prince roof rack. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm running the original Prince roof rack here, so it's not going to be the new generation. From here, I do have a 100-watt solar panel mounted to the roof rack itself, as well as 100-watt up top. From there, we are running the Running for Tacos camp scene ditch lights on their brackets as well, which are made of aluminum also. So this makes a great place to have a handle on, but also the red light makes great for camp. I'm going to add some more of these lights to the rear of the camper to kind of illuminate the whole area, so that way I don't only have one button that turns on all these lights. And then, yeah, we'll have to do a whole separate video on electrical setup on this truck. It is going to change, but that could be a whole video by itself. Okay, and this is really the star of the show. And So this is the Oru Designs Tenfold Weekender in the, so completely the base model. This is the model that you get for $6,000. From there, I did quite a bit of modifications to it, such as adding an electrical pass through here. We've added a diesel heater port to pass air in and out of the camper. I've added a T-track to the side to be able to mount traction boards and propane tanks. But yeah, and then from there we have a 270-degree awning up top, which is currently the Tough Stuff 270. I do want to upgrade to something a little bit better in the future, maybe OVS or something like that. But I love the Oru Designs camper. It's made in the USA down in San Marcos, California. I couldn't recommend it enough. They're not imported. They are making them in-house. And of course, they're not perfect because they're being handmade and they're not made and brought in from overseas. So I couldn't tell you enough about supporting USA brands. Again, so walking on this side of the camper here, it's the same as the other side. But this side I'm running the Roto Packs, and then from there I do have a Tough Stuff awning or bathroom and shower room on this side. That way, so 270 on this side, and then we have the bathroom on this side, and it really works out well. It has a good flow to it, and then from there we'll take you to the rear of the truck. Okay, so different spot, same truck. Back at home now. Truck is parked in my backyard where we do most of the work on it. So probably a lot of content will be shot back here just in regards to the truck. So back here we're running the CBI single swing out bumper. This is the older style, so they only make a double swing out now. They don't make a single swing arm. From there we have my spare 35 mounted on a custom made tire carrier holder for this bumper. From here we have the Running for Tacos gear bags. These gear bags are great. They're about $30 online, so they're a great disposable item. From here we have a jerry can backwoods universal jerry can holder. I did do a Trail Tacoma review on this, so I'll go ahead and leave that in the link in the description here. From there we have the Scepter water canisters here. And then I'm running the Sandy Cat's Trail Wash system inside of it for water pressure. So there's also a review on this on trailtacoma.com. I will link. From here we have a, let's see here, a Rough Stuff fire extinguisher mount. That is just here because we do a lot of cooking off the back. So this has to be nice and accessible here. Once we go ahead and swing up in the swing arm here, you can kind of get a better look. It swings nice and soft here. From here we have a Hot Metal Fabs aluminum drop down table here. We just got this in here. Still working out some kinks for that, but what's super cool is we have some nice cutting board locations, and I did do both of them. So I have a cutting board on either side, and it does clear the rear tailgate there. So that setup is super solid. From there, we're still working on this, but we are working on a sink system. So that's the faucet for that, and it just runs off the Sandy Cat's Trail Wash system. So that wraps it up for the summer of 2024 rig walk around. We're probably gonna dive into a lot of more of the systems in here. So we didn't even talk about like pack outs for the silverware, bear spray, knife, and then everything inside the camper. So there's a ton more to talk about. So feel free to hit the subscribe button. I guess that's what people say on these things. Thanks. Bye.